For next question, we are going to see that I think question number 10 up to question number 9 yesterday we completed. So question number 10, you see that. So read the following statements and they are asking, does the second statement will explain the first statement? That's what a valid explanation. It's like a assertion reason. So you can see here they're saying that stainless steel does not rust. Iron, nickel, and chromium form an alloy. So, does the statement Q present a valid explanation for the statement P? Justify your answer, they are asking. So, let it be before making an answer, we'll go back to the textbook. So, this is what is our concept. So, first of all, you remember that by making the alloys, we can prevent the corrosion or not, everybody? Yes or no? By making the alloys, does we prevent the corrosion or not? All of you? Yes. So we can prevent the rusting, formation of rust, or we can say corrosion. So why? Alloy is a what actually? It is the homogeneous mixture actually. So even though it is a mixture, so entirely the properties are different from the individual metal. Am I right, everyone? All of you? Please respond. So it will change its properties. You can see here. So when iron is mixed with the nickel and chromium, we get stainless steel, which is hard and does not rust. Thus, if iron is mixed with some other substance, its properties change. So in fact, the properties of any metal can be changed if it is mixed with some other metal, other substance. So the substances added may be a metal or non-metal, and most important one, an alloy is a what, everybody? It is the homogeneous mixture of two or more metals, or a metal and a non-metal. So you can see, according to here, stainless steel does not rust because it is iron, nickel, and chromium form an alloy. Iron, nickel, and chromium will form a stainless steel. So what is your answer, everybody? Yes or no? Does statement Q present a valid explanation for statement P? Justify your answer. Yes or no? It does or it does not? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So yes, it does. So what is the reason? What is the reason? It can change the what? Since alloying can change the what? Alloying can change its what, guys? Properties can change. So individual metal is different. When they mix it, its properties are different. So that's the reason Q is giving the proper explanation to P. That's what you have to remember. I hope you understand, everyone. See, the questions will be from 100% chemistry and physics, chemistry and biology. There is no way to go out actually, but little deeper we have to study. More better understanding is needed to make the full mark. That's all. Next, a teacher asks her students to identify a metal M. She gives them the following clues to help them. So understand the question one by one. Okay, everybody? Now, its oxide react with both HCl and NaOH. HCl is an acid, NaOH is a base. So a substance which will react, oxide which will react with both acid as well as base, we used to call something. What is that call it as?
Amphoteric oxide.
Amphoteric oxides. Correct? So amphoteric oxide means mind immediately have to remember. Actually 3, but you will remember 2 in your mind. What is that, everybody? Either zinc oxide or aluminum oxide. It does not react with the hot or cold water, but reacts with the steam. So by reading this word, you will understand that. Does not react with the hot or cold water, but it react with the steam. So, see, now do you understand the approach what I am following? Basically, from the concept to the questions presently, as I told you to learn. Now, why I am repeating the concept for every question? You can see whenever the question coming, entire concept I am trying to explain, because concept is very important here. Answering this particular question is not important. Concept is very important. So that's the reason we are spending this much time for the CBQs. Definitely board exam, we are going to rock. That is what is needed. So now you can verify it here. Reaction with the water. So what is that, everybody? What is the question they're asking? It will react. It does not react with the hot or cold water, but it will react with the steam. So here, who is reacting with the steam? Everybody, verify it. Others react with the steam only to form an oxide and hydrogen. So magnesium alone react with the hot water or steam, remaining what? Aluminium, zinc and iron. Everything they will react only with the what? Only with what, guys? Only with the what? Steam. So now based upon this statement, do you people can decide either it is aluminum or zinc? Hari? Is it possible to decide? Suppose
Yes,
if
sir.
no, why, guys? Why it is not possible? Because
And
both will react with what?
G.
Steam only. Do you understand, Amma? Everybody? So that's the reason you cannot decide. Next, it can be extracted by electrolysis of its ore. Electrolysis of its ore, they are asking. Anybody now? Electrolysis of ore. So go to the here, extraction of metals. Electrolysis of ores. So verify it where it will be. So undergoes electrolysis. So pure metals. So here we'll verify. Yes. All of you see here. By seeing the statement, I can conclude it. It is aluminum. Why? Anybody? Why? How I am saying it is aluminum? Anyone? By seeing a word electrolysis, I can say it is aluminum. Why, guys? Because zinc, iron, lead, copper. Reduction with the what? By using
Carbon.
carbon. But you see, sodium, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum undergoes what process?
Electrolysis.
Electrolysis process. Do you understand, everybody? Here also you can see. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum are so reactive, they are never found in nature as a free elements. The metals in the middle activity series are moderately reactive. They are found in the earth crust mainly as oxides, sulfides, and carbonates. So you'll find that the ores of many metals are oxides. So this is because oxygen is a very reactive element and is very abundant on the earth. Do you all understand what I'm saying? So by reading a word here, electrolysis, I concluded it. The given metal is a what? All of you. Yes, please.
Aluminum.
Aluminum. Understand it? So by reading a first P and Q, it may be aluminum or zinc. You cannot decide. Am I right or wrong, guys? That's the reason by reading a single one, please don't decide the answer. By reading a single statement, don't decide your answers, because who knows, everything, any statement can change the answer. That's the reason, unless you read all the statements, never make conclusions. That is what is my sincere request. By reading one word, two words, it is impossible to make the conclusions. We have to read every word. Okay. Next, identify the metal. We identified Al. Write the chemical equations for the reaction of the metal with HCl and NaOH respectively. Write it fastly. What will happen, everybody? All of you, Write the chemical equations for the reaction of the metal with HCl and NaOH respectively. So what is that, everybody? It is in the form of ore. So what will happen? Aluminum oxide reacting with the HCl. So will gives you aluminum chloride plus H2O. Next, everybody, aluminum oxide reacting with the sodium hydroxide. So which will give you sodium aluminate. Most important equation I have taught you this. Am I right, everybody? Yes, please. Sodium aluminate. Remember, sodium aluminate plus H2O. That's all it is. So balancing equation, you have to write it. So balancing equation, aluminum oxide plus 6HCl gives you 2AlCl3 plus 3H2O. Same way, this one, 2NaOH react with will give you 2 sodium aluminate plus water, H2O. So please do it. Next, what would happen? What would happen if the metal is reacted with the iron oxide? What would happen if the metal is reacted with the iron oxide? Metal, they're asking. Metal means aluminum. Aluminum is reactive with the iron oxide. So, which is more reactive? Aluminum is reactive or iron is reactive? Everybody. Yes, please. Iron is more reactive or aluminum is more reactive?
Aluminum.
Aluminum. So, what will happen, Hari? It will show some reaction. What reaction will take place? Anybody? I'm asking aluminum. Yes, that is what is the answer. So aluminum will displace the what?
Iron.
Aluminum displace the what? Iron oxide. The iron from the iron oxide. Write it. So what is the formula of iron oxide? Anybody?
Fe2O3.
Fe2O3. So gives you what? Gives you what? Aluminum oxide plus
Al2O3.
Al2O3 plus Fe. So what will happen? You have to write the answer. What will write? What will write? It would displace iron to form aluminum oxide. Write the equation also. Equations and all, many people won't write, but if you write, always you will be better scoring in exam compared to others. So remember that.
Sir,
So displace, yes, sorry. Tell me, Hari.
sir, in the second question, they are asking reaction of metal, no, sir, not metal oxide, right?
No. Write the chemical equations for the reaction of the metal with HCl. This metal cannot be react with HCl and NaOH. They are asking both reacting, correct? Both HCl and NaOH means it is amphoteric oxide. You understand? It oxides. Okay. Hare?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So both it is reacting. So that's what it is. So if they're asking only metal also, you can write it correct. Not wrong. Okay. You write that equation, Hari, if you want. So what will happen? Anyhow, here you put, as Hari said, if they ask only reaction of the metal oxide means you write these two equations, everybody. Note it. If they are asking only metal, you write it, all of you. Aluminum react with HCl. It will form aluminum chloride. Aluminum react with HCl. It will form aluminum chloride plus hydrogen gas. Next, reacts with the reacts with the sodium hydroxide. Aluminum react with the sodium hydroxide. which will give you aluminum hydroxide plus sodium metal. But actually for this reaction, sorry for this. For this reaction, we need water also. I think this reaction you might be remember. Also required water. Am I right, Hari? Check your class works. This reaction, sodium aluminate, AlO2, correct? Plus hydrogen gas. Am I right? Actually, check this equation, aluminum reacting with the base. Also, we need water, I think. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Remember that. Do it. All of you has to write. Can you have correct array? You write that if it is reacting with the metal, reaction of metal with HCl, you write that. If it is metal oxide, you write about two equations. Okay. Do it, everybody. Balancing equation, you write. So 2Al, 2NaOH, 2H2O gives you 2NaAlO2 plus 3H2, hydrogen gas. All of you write. Clear, all of you? Next, aluminum here. 2Al reacting with the 6HCl gives you 2AlCl2 plus 3H2. Balancing equations, right, all of you. Clear, everybody? So very, very important. So please learn it. Next, a metal oxide on being heated with the carbon does not produce carbon dioxide. Give a possible explanation for this behavior of the metal oxide. So again, I'm saying a metal oxide on being heated with the carbon does not produce carbon dioxide. So by this time, your mind should say something regarding this statement. Anybody can tell? They're saying carbon. Carbon as a something we can use it in extraction of metals. If anybody remember?
Reductions.
Yes. So the metal oxide on being heated with the carbon does not produce carbon dioxide. So give a possible explanation for the behavior of the metal oxide they are saying. So if you notice it here, all of you, so somewhere in this we are getting a carbon we are using as extraction of metals. In which point it is? Anybody? Somewhere where it is? Sorry? Roasting carbonate. Somewhere we are using carbon. So besides using a carbon, that is what coke, to reduce the metal oxides to metals, sometimes displacement reactions can also be used. The highly reactive metals such as sodium, calcium, aluminum, etc. are used as reducing agents because they can displace the metals of lower activity from their compounds. Okay, this is not. So here we can. So what is happening? They are saying the question, if you read it here, a metal oxide on being heated with a carbon does not produce carbon dioxide. So you can take here who is producing carbon dioxide. Yeah. A metal oxides are then reduced to the corresponding metals by using a suitable reducing agent such as carbon. All of you verify. This is very important. Now, for example, when zinc oxide is heated with a carbon, it reduces to metallic zinc. Okay. But you see, you are already familiar with the process of oxidation and reduction in explained first chapter. Obtaining metals from the compounds is also reduction process. So besides using carbon to reduce metal oxides to metal, sometimes displacement, okay, that's not no use. Now here only the answers will be. So now you see what is the question they are asking. When we are heating, okay, here also you can see heat, it is. Of course, calcination I already taught you. So now, a metal oxide on being heated with a carbon does not produce carbon dioxide. So what does it mean? Anybody? Is the metal is more reactive or less reactive? Or what is it? Anybody? Yes, please. So give a possible explanation for this behavior of the metal they are asking. Anybody? So when it will not give carbon dioxide? Anyone? So please respond. When it will not give carbon dioxide, they are saying you are heating, but it is not giving carbon dioxide. All of you? Yes, please. Answer is here. The highly reactive metals such as calcium, aluminum, these are used as a reducing, you can see, reducing agents because they can displace the metals of lower reactivity from their compounds. So now here see, sometimes displacement reaction also can be used. Besides using carbon to reduce the metal oxides, so we are using displacement reactions also. So now I am trying to heat the metal oxide with the carbon, but carbon dioxide gas is not releasing, means in the sense of either the given metal is more reactive or less reactive than carbon. That is only the answer. So remember everybody, if the given metal oxide, the metal which is present in the oxide, if it is less reactive, then carbon will react with that, so that we will get the carbon dioxide. If it is more reactive, then the carbon more reactive than the carbon, then the carbon dioxide gas cannot be, it will goes, what will happen? So carbon cannot be displaces the metal, or it cannot be reduced the metal, so that no carbon dioxide will release. That is the answer. So please write it everybody. A metal oxide on being heated with the carbon does not produce carbon dioxide, means the given metal in metal oxide is more reactive than carbon. So it is not possible to displace and it is not possible to release the carbon dioxide. So that is what you have to remember. Okay. Understand everybody? So write it. If you don't know also, you'll learn it. If the carbon wants to displace, then definitely it needs to, it is more reactive than the metal which is present in the metal oxide. Clear everybody? Next, I think this is the last question. So a metallic element M has the following properties. It will float on water, can be cut with a knife. Can be cut with a knife means by this time there is a two options for us. Anybody? Float on water, sodium or potassium. Next. Occurs naturally as its chlorides of formula MCl. Its oxide dissolves in water to form the hydroxide. State the method of manufacture of the metal M. Name the major byproduct obtained in the process. Anybody's? Try to guess at least. Floats on water, can be cut with a knife, occurs naturally as its chloride of formula MCl. Chloride, MCl. M means it is a metal. So what is that? NaCl. Understand? Sodium chloride. So sodium chloride is a metal. It will exist as like formula MCl. Its oxide dissolves in water to form the hydroxide. So it dissolves in water to form the hydroxide. What will happen? Everybody. Sodium oxide dissolves in water. It will form a what? Everybody? Sodium hydroxide. Remember? That is what. So now state the method of manufacturing of the metal M. Anybody? So highly reactive metals. What is the manufacturing method? Highly reacting metals. What is the manufacturing method? Electrolysis. Next. Name the major byproduct obtained in the process. What is the major byproduct of electrolysis? Where is electrolysis example, Hari? Enrichment of Celsius, heat is extraction of lower activity, extraction of middle, extraction of high. So what is the extraction of towards to the top? Yeah. What is the byproduct? Everybody? What is the byproduct?
Chlorine.
Chlorine. Here you can see. The metals are deposited at cathode, whereas the chlorine is liberated at the anode. It is a positively charged electrode. That's what anode. You can see here. A carbon cannot reduce the oxides of sodium, magnesium, calcium, aluminum, etc. to the respective metals because these metals have more affinity for the oxygen than carbon. So these metals are obtained by electrolysis reduction. For previous question, you can write this is also answer. Understand, Hari? The metals high up in the reactivity series are very reactive. They cannot be obtained from their compounds by heating with the carbon. Okay, Hari? You understand? Mitakshri? You can write this is also answer. So for
Yes, sir.
example, carbon cannot reduce the oxides of sodium, who is more reactive than it. So if it is reacting with the carbon, definitely they have to produce a what? If the carbon is reacting, definitely they have to produce a what? All of you. They need to produce the
Carbon
gas,
dioxide.
carbon dioxide gas. So if they are not able to produce means definitely they are more reactive. So that's all is the answer. So next, what is happening? So affinity oxygen, these metals are obtained by electrolytic reaction. Reaction sodium, magnesium, calcium are obtained by the electrolysis of their molten chlorides. The metals are deposited at the cathode. Of course, cathode is negative charge, anode is a positive charge. Now, what is the byproduct will come here, everybody? The byproduct is chlorine. Clear, everyone? All of you? So that is what is the byproduct. So byproduct is the chlorine and metal M is state the method of manufacturing. Of course, if we cannot say it is a NaCl, why guys? It may be a KCl also, correct or not? Do you understand everybody? All of you? Please respond. It may be a KCl also, potassium chloride or sodium chloride. Both can be what is the byproduct? What is the byproduct? Chlorine gas only. Do you understand? So they're not specified here. About any special property about sodium means you can write sodium. It may be a potassium also. Who knows? We cannot predict it. So that's the reason I'm saying. So that's why they are saying. State the method of manufacturing of metal M. We cannot predict. Do you understand everybody? So M may be a sodium or maybe a potassium. But both can be liberated. But both can be what? Sodium or potassium. Both can be extracted by what? Everybody. Sodium, potassium, everything can be extracted by what? By electrolysis only. Do you understand everyone? So potassium also electrolysis, sodium also electrolysis. So that's why I'm writing it is electrolysis. Electrolysis. And the major byproduct in both the cases, what is the major byproduct? Everybody. What are the metals? The major byproduct is chlorine gas. So that we can write it. Okay. So everything you can make it. So this is a method of electrolysis. So please remember, very, very important. 100% the question will come in the exam. You are not supposed to miss this diagram. Diagram is extremely important. Perfectly you learn. Also they are saying, see, aluminum is also obtained by the electrolysis reduction of aluminum oxide. So please go through that and learn. Definitely it is going to be helpful for us in the future. So exam also they will ask this. So this electrolytic refining, you can see many metals such as copper, zinc, tin, nickel, silver, gold, etc. are refined electrolytically. So this process you learn. So how it is happening, everything. So I hope we have done everything perfectly. So go through that and make it. So this is what is about it. So I think with this chapter questions are over. So already we have completed. So CBQ is completed. Then this chapter also. Then next second chapter is there. So second chapter we'll see after that. So now we do what you have to do it is. So start working English. I think today you can spend full day for English and you can prepare well for the tomorrow's exam. That is what I can say you. So if you want to waste the time, you can. If you don't want means you can start. Okay, everybody. So with this I'll stop. I am leaving. So you can continue and we'll meet tomorrow evening because as Tuesday science exam. Am I right, everybody? Correct? Hari?
Yes, sir.
Tuesday science exam. Tomorrow evening we'll meet. Okay. So forget about it, everything now. So as the first time you are going to write the new syllabus for English exam. So kindly concentrate and prepare very well. Line to line, analyze and study. That is what is needed. Prepare like board exam. How you are preparing for board exam, you prepare same, then definitely will do better. So it's time to work. So use this full day for English. That is what is my request. Okay. Thank you, everybody. We'll meet tomorrow evening. Evening by 6:30 we'll meet. Thank you all.